And I have two special guests that are joining us. Of course, local entrepreneur, and select person John Beaupre, and our town manager Dave Cota. Both of which, I'll paint the picture. The 24 years ago, when you guys came up that dirt road 27 on your horses. And you thought, wow, our lives will never be the same, huh? Right?
Yeah.
And they haven't. And you stayed. Welcome, John Beaupre.
Thanks, Greg Powers. Thanks for having us.
Welcome, Dave.
Greg.
We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you. Yeah.
And I know that it's a new chapter coming up for you guys, and we just can't move forward until we take a look at all the great successes that you guys have helped to spearhead, you and many other people, and I want to talk about some of those projects. And because today everyone wants to live here, and it's accumulated. The seed was planted, it grew, and it's really blossomed and continues to. And I think the two of you are very instrumental, both
thank you.
in the direction of it, and then. And we were talking during the break, John, you've been in the entrepreneur, the grocery stores here for a long time.
June 19th, 1989.
Yeah.
I rolled in here as a 27-year-old kid,
Yeah.
wide-eyed, ready
Curly
to take
hair.
on this Sugarloaf community
Yeah.
and conquer all. And I was humbled pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And 35 years later, as a 62-year-old man, I've just recently retired as the greatest career a man could ask for.
Yeah.
I owned and operated 4 stores, and then in and amongst there in the year 2000, I was elected to the Carrabassett Valley Board of Select People. Huge badge of honor in my life, and just for historical perspective, the day I was elected as a Carrabassett Selectman, we hired this brand new town manager,
And you
a
guys-
great man sitting on my left.
Yeah. And you guys have hung in there together. I know there was some talk of you retiring before, but the two of you hung in together.
Yeah.
And you've achieved some great things. Let's talk about a timeline here. I know there's a timeline available on the website, Carrabassett Valley website, that shows a lot of it. And you wrote some down, and just so that we could highlight some of them. It's a pretty surprising list, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, I tell you, I took an hour yesterday and I went through and I kind of listed everything chronologically. I don't know if Andy can put it up or not, but having said that, I started, because I hadn't really done this before, and it's projects we started in the year 2000 and, to this date now, and we haven't had a lot of time to catch our breath. And there's we've done so many projects, and a lot of people have been involved, all these committees, and all these collaborations, We've done projects at the Outdoor Center, the Narrow Gauge Pathway, the golf course. I mean, these lists keeps going. The library, the airport, the town lots, the Sugarloaf Explorer system, the fire station, the mountain bike trail development. I mean, the list is just, and then there's all these sub-projects within it. Yeah, it's kind of a chronological list of these projects since 2000.
That was a pretty good buy for 430.
It was a hell of a buy for 430,000. We've actually made more money harvesting wood than that. So so it's been amazing. Yeah, it was. Of course, there are deed covenants that go with it, but
Yeah.
which is a good thing. So, but anyway, no, we've done. And again, there's a lot of people that deserve credit, for all these projects. I can talk a little bit about some of these. I know John has been incredibly instrumental in the golf course projects, and then with the library. He's on the library board, and he's served as chairman of the town's golf course greens committee for a number of years now. So he's been really
The
instrumental.
ups and downs of golfing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seasons are just as
Tell you
tough
what,
on them.
it was easier chairing that committee than actually playing golf itself.
Well, there you go. But what a great addition. I mean, let's talk about it. That's a great a draw. And moving towards 4 seasons, did you ever? I mean, this is really the vision, wasn't it?
Well, you and I were talking off the air before we got here. You and I have been here, I've been, as I said, 35 years. And when I got here, it was a 1-season community. We were skiers. We had Judsons.
Judsons, yes.
There wasn't a whole lot of traffic up and down the Route 27 corridor. And now you and I looking eyeball to eyeball, smiling about the growth and prosperity of this great community and great region.
Right.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And we're now a 4-season vital community.
Right.
I had forgotten some of these projects. I've been here so long, but boy, it's a great source of pride to have been in and amongst
Yeah.
these projects and the growth and the new people and my fellow entrepreneurs have grown and prospered. And
Yeah.
then you look at the mountain itself, which is our economic breadbasket, and you just smile. And you know, it's, in my opinion, it's very well managed growth. You know, it's been a lot of growth, but you know, with my fellow Board of Selectmen and all the great committees and boards that we work with and amongst, it's mind-boggling, Greg.
I think there's always fires to put out in any government, right? And especially with something as uniquely structured as we have here in Carabasset Valley.
You know, with all the collaborations we do, we sort of blur the line sometimes between public and private, you know,
right,
especially
right.
with Sugarloaf, you know, I mean,
We do it different.
we do it different.
But we do it well.
But we do it well, and you know we're very much joined at the hip, you know, and like no other resort,
Right.
you know, and it's been incredibly beneficial. It really has.
And I say I'm not actually a taxpayer of Carabasset Valley. I have a couple other towns that I am fortunate enough to pay taxes to. Wish that I was a Carabasset taxpayer. We're gonna talk more. We're gonna come right back and talk more with Dave and John and talk about the timeline and much more. Stay with us.